Welcome to the Alldus podcast, Women in ServiceNow series, a brand new series dedicated to showcasing the incredible women leading the way in the ServiceNow ecosystem. With your host, Ailsa Cassie, each episode will bring you inspiring conversations with trailblazing women who are driving innovation, breaking barriers, and shaping the future of ServiceNow. Whether you're an aspiring leader, a seasoned professional, or just curious about the impact of female leadership in the tech space, this podcast is your go-to source for inspiration and empowerment. Join us on this exciting new journey as we dive into the stories, challenges, and triumphs of the remarkable women making their mark within the ServiceNow ecosystem.
You're listening to the Alldus podcast, Women in ServiceNow series. Today I'm joined by Reija, who is a senior advisor at Sofigate, one of the largest ServiceNow partners in the Nordics. Thank you so much for joining us today, Reija. It's lovely to see you.
Thank you. Thank you for the invitation. Happy to be here.
You have been working within the ServiceNow environment for a while, but you didn't have the most linear of paths. So tell me, did you find ServiceNow or did ServiceNow find you?
It's a bit of both, because I was working a couple of months for a customer as a third level support, and I was there between the end user and the development team to make sure that everything goes smoothly, so to say. And that's when I first time used ServiceNow, their reporting, etc. I had never heard about ServiceNow, but I got really curious, and I remember that I tried my best to find courses to find out more about the platform, to understand what's under the hood. And then things happened. A year later, I joined Sofigate, like you mentioned, to work with ServiceNow, and I learned that it has endless possibilities. Before I had my first year anniversary, they were searching for the instructors, ServiceNow instructors, and I found that, oh my God, this is my passion. This is what I want to do. It was my first dream job at Sofigate. During the years of being an instructor, I've seen so many brave career changers. I've been there in their first steps in ServiceNow world, and I've been able to follow their learning curve with ServiceNow, which is huge, and follow their career closely, and it makes me so proud of them. At the same time as I received my certified instructor role, I was also asked to start as a practice lead together with my colleague to develop our solution center practices for our continuous services. And I found out that, oh my God, this is my second dream job. At the same time, I could support my team in their work, daily work, and also search new passions for myself and decide whether I want to do it or not. Currently, I've been integration developer for over 2 years, and this was my original dream job when I joined Sofigate, and I'm really, really enjoying it now.
It's great to hear that you've not just kind of found passion in delivering into your own projects that you're involved in, but also really seeing people living out their ServiceNow journeys, because you yourself were in a situation before where you didn't know much about ServiceNow. You got the training, you were able to find your passion within the ecosystem, and then you can see other people doing that same thing that you got so much satisfaction for yourself. So it's like an endless cycle of being rewarded, not just doing your own. It's incredible. And your role now, so tell me what kind of excites you most about what you're doing at Sofigate just now.
Helping others, whether they are my customers or my colleagues. Everyone has some kind of issue they want to solve, and with ServiceNow we can solve customers' issues, and within ServiceNow our colleagues' issues. But that is I think the most important and rewarding for me. And I love talking about ServiceNow. Whenever there is a people who want to listen. And I want to encourage people to jump into the ServiceNow world and diving into it more deeply. There are so many different roles in ServiceNow world that you don't need to be IT people. We need people with different backgrounds to help us to understand the different needs,
Yeah, exactly. Nothing, not everyone can do everything. And there's a passion
exactly.
and a place for everyone within the ecosystem. And you also still get to be involved in a lot of customer projects as well. So I'd imagine it's always rewarding and satisfying to be able to see the benefits and solutions that you're able to provide for your customers. Would you say that that's a kind of another big source of energy for you within your role?
Yeah, definitely, because I interact with my customers a lot.
Yep.
And it's so rewarding when I can exceed their expectations. So
Yeah,
so
and you can
it's
really see the value added as well, because
yeah,
you see the
exactly.
solutions that you've created being implemented, the kind of ideas in your mind actually playing out and providing a well-rounded solution for people, which is incredible. And there's obviously cost saving involved. There's appreciation from those around you, and seeing your team learn and grow around you as well while delivering impactful solutions.
Yeah.
And you mentioned a couple of times now that you've lived out or been able to do your dream job, and then you've moved on to your next milestone, and then you've ended up doing another job that at one point you wouldn't even known that was your dream job, and there you are again feeling like you're living that out. It just solidifies how many opportunities there are within the ecosystem, and that you find your passion and then you find something else down the line that is another great passion, and it's just
Yeah.
an endless career, which is fantastic. And your different strengths within the ServiceNow environment, navigating the now learning to create a foundation for success and for building out your knowledge of the platform. How do you kind of balance or select the right learning paths to help you achieve what your next step in your career is?
Well, when I started, of course, I had different customers use different applications in ServiceNow. So that was my starting point. I was a system admin, so I used system administrator journeys. I don't remember if there was journeys at that point, but path at least. And I actually used the time between my different customer works to browse Now Learning, to search different courses which are related to my customers, because I thought that it's really important that I not only understand my customer needs, I need to learn ServiceNow and connect these two with my knowledge.
Yeah,
So
like the theory to the practical.
yeah, exactly. And because I had the customers, of course, I when I took the courses, I was constantly thinking, what would this be in my customer environment? What would this look like there? And how would this work there? And yeah, that was my starting point. All the customers, and of course, system administrator, because I thought, even though I originally thought that I want to be a developer, I thought that, and I still think that system admin is a really, really important path to understand the basics
Yep.
behind everything.
Yeah, it's a great starting point. And when we were preparing and we were kind of discussing what we might talk about today in our episode, I know you have been referred to as is it the ServiceNow Certification Queen, maybe at Sofigate, because you have dedicated so much time to really understanding the platform and completing learnings that enable you to then be the best version of yourself and the best consultant for your customers. So of all the courses that you've done, other than the CSA, is there any that you've really enjoyed the most or that you would recommend others to spend some time looking into?
Well, I love the scripting because it's not a training that one could think of. There are radio stars, so it's somewhat funny, and you can remember that easier, I think, because it's memorable. The course itself, it's not just an instructor talking.
Okay. And what's
But that's only if you are interested in
so
scripting.
Yeah, exactly. And there will be many people listening to this that I'm sure would be very interested in looking into that course. And how long does that one typically take?
Well, in Now Learning, there are courses, everything between 5 minutes and 3 days. And of course, because you can go through your own pace, you can use as much time as you need, go back, and that way. But I remember that was 2 days, probably.
As someone that's a mentor, you've been mentoring people, training them for a long time, and you can put yourself in their shoes. What would be the best career advice that you would say you've been given in your career so far?
Well, I think definitely the best advice I've ever received is that you don't need to know everything yourself. You need to know a person you can ask. I've been carrying it with me over 20 years. And it still is valid. When I started as an integration developer, I wanted to have a mentor for myself. During that time, I learned that we both learned. And when I've been mentoring people, I've learned a lot from my mentees.
Yeah.
So it's a two-way.
Yeah. Yeah, do you know, I've heard the term before, a reverse mentor, which is someone that you are mentoring, kind of being able to mentor you back as well. And there's equally things to learn from those people as what they're learning from you as well. And it's great to be able to take advantage of that and use it for, self-reflection and learning from your own experience and from their experiences as well. And looking at the people that you have mentored and the people that have mentored you, how do you kind of decide what your next step's going to be? Like, how do you goal set for yourself to know, there's another stage in your career, what do you want to get to next? And how do you set challenges for yourself to attain that?
Of course, my customer needs are one, but then my own interests are a huge driver too. But yeah, I think that customer needs are the trigger, so to say, because then I know that, oh, this would be needed. I must be good at this.
And you're such a dynamic person as well that I'm sure, as you mentioned, there's been things that have come up that you never thought you might have been interested in, but then you find a passion in that, which is
exactly, and I think that we just have endless possibilities when using service. So
yeah, that's
what I love.
And if you were to have a conversation with your younger self, is there any advice that you would like to give yourself?
Well, when I was younger, I was really hesitant to try new things, so to say, like applying for jobs, because I thought that all my knowledge is tied to this certain company. So I would probably say that believe in yourself. There's this really, really interesting platform called Service. Yeah, use it, see, and find out. It might change your career.
Just wait until you find that product.
Yeah.
I love that. What are you most excited for this year? Is there any events that you're going to be attending that I can look out for you at?
Oh, well, I would love to join Knowledge, but I'm not sure if it's still
on the cards yet.
yeah, not yet.
Well, I will be keeping checking in with you anyway, and hopefully you get a surprise and we're able to meet at Knowledge this year, because it's not far away. So Right, it's been amazing to speak with you. I really appreciate your time, and I think it's some great advice that you've been able to give me, give the audience, and also to your younger self. So yeah, everyone that's listening, if you don't know about ServiceNow, get to know.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Alldus podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review. We are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and any Android podcast of choice. You can also head over to our website, www.alldus.com, to listen to more podcasts, view our open roles, and stay up to date with industry news. Thanks for listening, and stay tuned for more great episodes coming very soon.